welcome back. Thanks for coming on this journey today. But before I start, let's roll the intro. Glad to have you back on the channel, and thanks for everybody who watched my last video with the ride out to Osoyoos. Thanks for the thumbs up, thanks for the comments, really appreciate that. Some people had some feedback, some even messaged me directly, some of my buddies. So one of the things that was brought up is there's maybe just a little bit too much of my cockpit view. They would like to see a little bit more, so I raised the GoPro just a little bit. So hopefully this will do the trick. I don't know, that's the first time I'm having it up a little bit higher right now. So again, once I'm back home, I'll be checking it out and see if that is going to do the trick. Like I said, it's just a little bit, maybe an inch higher. Again, like some people said, that would be a little bit better. So hopefully my screen is no longer in, but you still see some of the cockpit. Anyhow, that was some of the feedback that I got from the last video, and again, truly appreciate that, and thanks again for tuning in on today's video. So I'm actually heading into Vancouver here to Ref Dealey, Harley Davidson. They have an event happening right now. It's called Chrome for Cancer. It's kind of like a fundraiser slash show and shine, but there is also cars involved, so there will be a lot of antique and beautiful cars there as well. So I'm heading there, check it out, meet up with Shelly, and then we plan to go for a ride. Just rolling into Ref Dealey here in Vancouver, and I could see already from the highway how busy it is. There's lots of cars, lots of bikes, and I could see it from the highway. So up here the road is going to be closed for everybody, so we're just going to find some parking. I'm sure I'll be able to squeeze my bike in somewhere, and I think there's Shelly right there. Yes, there she is. Definitely looks busy today. So here we are at Ref Dealey. Shelly is right there.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Dealey up there. At that Chrome for Cancer. Look at all those nice cars.
BC Cancer Foundation. That's what this is all about. This event is to raise money for BC Cancer. Every cent will be raised direct. So let's hear it for Alexa.
And the cars just keep on going on and on. Beautiful. Beautiful display. There's even more cars on it than this side.
In Victoria, that's established over 20 years. Just wanted to touch on a few areas of town meeting research that are happening because of support from folks like you. BC Cancer is even expert scientists in our breast cancer clinic identified tandem and types of breast cancer and we're also first in the world to create
As I mentioned, here at Ref Dealey, Vancouver, BC, at the Chrome for Cancer.
There's no cost to us as an organization.
And then we got all the bikes here lined up as well.
So again, thank you so much for this opportunity.
I've seen this bike a couple times.
Thank you so much. This is from the BC Cancer Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, all the the profits, all the proceeds from this entire event are going to the BC Cancer Foundation. So this is a great event, a really great cause. So get your bike washed.
Just like he is announcing here, all the profits, everything goes to the BC Cancer Foundation. So great event, glad we stopped in.
2 o'clock. The 50-50 tickets will be drawn around quarter to 3, 2:45.
Already, that was the event. Couldn't film too much because the DJ was playing music. Couldn't film all that because of the copyright strike. But anyhow, we decided we will make our way up to Squamish. So we're gonna go up to Squamish. It's a beautiful ride. It's on the Sea to Sky Highway, and we'll take you guys along. The bikes are already here. So here we go. We're just going over the bridge here into North Shore. So which is North Vancouver and then West Vancouver, but we're just gonna stay on the highway. Like I said, it's Sea to Sky Highway up to Squamish. Traffic is always bad to the tunnel, so I kind of lost Shelly, just going slow here so she can catch up to me. But come along, guys. It's gonna be another beautiful scenery here in British Columbia. So we're just rolling into Horseshoe Bay here, just coming down the hill, and as you can see here on the sign, basically still Trans-Canada Highway West. And Horseshoe Bay is one of our 2 ferry terminals for Vancouver Island. So from here you can take the ferry into Nanaimo. There's also one that goes into Victoria, but Nanaimo is the main one from here. And our Tawasin ferry terminal would be the one that brings you into Victoria mainly. But yeah, here we come here to the Horseshoe Bay, and as you guys can see, absolutely beautiful view here. And we're gonna go along on the Sea to Sky Highway all the way up to Squamish, and you see there Whistler as well. So this highway here was actually really nicely built or redone just before the Olympics in 2010. Before it was mainly a 1-lane or 2-lane, I should say, highway going up, and because of the Olympics it had to be built up to a 4-lane highway. Just rolling into Lions Bay. It's a nice little village here. There's some nice beautiful houses on the hill. And there's actually a nice little cafe up here just off the highway as well, with all local food and sales, like as well arts and everything like that. It's a motorcycle dream to ride this highway, that's for sure. Check it out. So I just let you guys enjoy it and bring you guys up here to Squamish. This fella's gonna let me pass. Just turn this camera around here so you guys can see this view as well. Just gonna come around here and coming into Porter Cove. Porter Cove is basically really popular for, they have a beautiful campground, it's right on the water, quite a few spots there, but it's always booked out, so you definitely would have to book early. That's basically what the Porter Cove is really famous for. A lot of the people come here in the summertime and do the camping. There's also a few cabins. I believe there's 5 cabins that they rent out as well, but other than that there's nothing really there. Past Porter Cove we're gonna come into Furry Creek. Small little community there. There's beautiful houses around the water, and the most popular thing is Furry Creek Golf Course. One, I think it's an 18 hole or whatever, is right basically out on the water, so it's really popular. It's a really popular place for weddings and events as well because the location. But yeah, here we come down, and basically here is where all the campground and everything is for Porter Cove. So this would be the turn off to go into Porter Cove here. And just up here you see the train track. So during the Olympic, because again they needed to have at least a 3-lane highway here, they actually redirected the traffic onto the train track. So in the morning it would be 2 lanes going up, 1 down, and in the evening 2 lanes down, 1 up. That's how they managed to have all the buses going up and down with the people and the athletes. Because again, the main event, or lots of the events were in Vancouver, but all the alpine skiing, the bobsledding and the ski jumping was up in Whistler. So this train track, they converted into a road as well, yet left it the way that the trains were still able to run as well. So it was something I never seen before, but they did that just for the Olympics, and after, as you can see, they actually took it out again. So again, we're coming up here and then down, and that's Furry Creek, and like I mentioned, that's where the golf course is. That's really popular for the people to come. And let me just turn the camera around so you guys can see it. The green right there, right there's the green. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna have to check when I edit. And there's basically Furry Creek right there. So the clubhouse and everything is on the right side, and some of the golfing is actually even on the left side. So the golf course is on both sides of the highway here. And then we get a nice little hill going up here. And let me just get a shot of Shelly here. we're starting to roll into Squamish here, down the hill. You can see Squamish in the background right there, and the water looks actually kind of mixed there. Must be the sand or something. The bottom must be pretty spoiled up. But yeah, so here on the right, guys, we're gonna have Shannon Falls, which you're probably gonna get a better view on the way down. So that's another little spot here coming up, Shannon Falls, and again there's great hiking trails around. And just after that there is actually going to be the Sea to Sky gondola. But yeah, here's basically the park that goes into Shannon Falls. And there's also like a campground and everything on the left here as well. Now let me see if I can show you guys Shannon Falls here. Yeah, you can see some. Almost no water in there today though. But there's Shannon Falls right there. And then here on the right hand side is, like I said, the Sea to Sky gondola that goes right up there. And again, it's absolutely great day event to go up there, hike around, check it all out. They got a nice setup there with the restaurant, outdoor seating area, great beautiful patio with the view. And for the people who are not afraid of height, like I said, there's a little suspension bridge that brings you from the one side on the rock over to the other side. Here we have the Chief. Let me turn the camera around here. The Chief is really popular to climb up. So there's actually even some routes that go up, and there's some ladders or whatever right in a rock formation that people are taking. But it's really popular to go up here as well on the Chief. Like I said, we are arriving here in Squamish. It's a short little day ride. It's about 75 kilometers from North Vancouver, so probably about 90 from my place. And then you're up here. So even if it was in the afternoon, it's still a nice ride to come up here. So here is Squamish now, and wow, look at all the new development here and on this side. That's definitely new since I last time came up here. It's definitely growing, this town here, Squamish. And again, so here would be Squamish if you turn left, and a lot of people actually think all of this is Squamish, but it's not. You got Brackendale, you got Garibaldi. There's actually 3 different little communities, so Squamish would be this way. And then there's Brackendale coming, there's Garibaldi Heights, where it's actually hosting Quest University. And a stunning view from the university out to the valley. Again, we're just gonna head through here. Gas are up. I need some gas. My light actually just came on, as you guys can see. And then we're gonna go probably to the watershed. The watershed is right on the river. A great little place. And at the watershed there, in the spring early, or I should say February, March time, there's actually the bald eagles there. The bald eagles always migrate there, and you can be there at the watershed pub, bar, restaurant, I think it is called officially, and watch the bald eagles, and even come there and count them to see how the population is doing, if it's lower every year or if it's more. So it's a great spot for the people who never seen bald eagles or anything like that. And even here, guys, when the eagles are in town, they're sitting here left and right on the highway. And I mean, to see them in person, and especially when there's more than one, when there's like hundreds of them, it's amazing. And when they take off and fly, to see them so up close and in person, it was so nice. I really love that every year when I used to come up here. Anyhow guys, I'm gonna turn it off here. Looks like we have some traffic, and then we're just gonna hit the gas station, and I'll turn it on again when we go over to the watershed. See you down the road.
Well, here we are in Squamish, and it was an amazing ride, and we just stopped and had something to eat. Where are we at? Shady Hollow?
Shady Tree.
Shady Tree. So we're gonna head back to Vancouver now, so we'll see you there.
Yeah, so we decided to stop at the Shady Tree right there. Another good place here in Squamish. We went to the watershed over there, like I said earlier, but it looked like it's a lineup, so we decided to come here. Had a bite to eat, couple cool drinks, and now the bikes are ready. Shelly is already
Ready to go.
She's waiting for me.
Get your helmet on.
I know, right? So we're just leaving Squamish, or actually Garibaldi, I should say. We were in the Garibaldi village there at the Shady Tree, as you guys could see. So we're just starting to head out, making our way into North Vancouver, and just was texting with Sylvain as well. Sounds like we're gonna meet up with him. So again, we'll take you on the ride back down the Sea to Sky Highway into West Vancouver, North Vancouver, and then hopefully go for a little evening ride as well, and Sylvain is gonna join. Again, the Jeep in front of us here, just the sun is just blaring into it, and I still can't believe the people actually climbing this one. It's just sheer wall straight up. So normally in downtown Squamish, around about this time actually, the wind is coming in pretty rough from the little fjord, from the little inlet here, and it normally gets pretty windy, and we can feel it even here right now. You can feel the wind, and you can see it in the tree as well, how the wind is coming in. It's every day around 4:30ish, 5 o'clock-ish, the wind is just coming in from the inlet. Do a like and subscribe, and leave a comment below there. Definitely helps out the channel. And let me just see, before I turn it off here, if I can give you guys a better view of Shannon Falls, because again, that's a beautiful waterfall, like in the fall, obviously, with the more water and everything. It's quite a heavy fall. When we came up, it looked almost dried out. So let me try to grab this camera and turn it around, and there you can see Shannon Fall right up there. I don't know how good it's gonna show, but there is Shannon Falls, and like I said, there's a beautiful hike in there as well to go check it out. And normal, the water is obviously way more than what we can see right now. And let me just see if I can go over here and give you guys an underview of Shannon Fall on the back there as well. You can see it a little bit there, not too much water happening right now. So here we come back in to Britannia Beach with the Mine Museum, and I'm just gonna turn this camera around, because again, from this side you're gonna see a better view of the museum and everything than when we came up. But yeah, there it is. There is a big museum right there, the building up there on the hill, and you can take tours. Supposed to be really nice. I personally never went in myself, but it's supposed to be pretty cool to go on tours there. And again, looks like this whole Britannia Beach, moving buildings around and everything. So I believe it's becoming more like of a national museum as well. It used to be more like regional, but by the looks of it, they're really gonna build this up here to make this a beautiful place to preserve it. Because again, this mine here, this village, township, really played a big role in the economy and everything of British Columbia here. So we're just gonna make our way here up the Sea to Sky Highway. Next place we're coming down in again will be Furry Creek. But let me just let you enjoy the ride here, because again, this is a nice section of the road. So I'll let you just enjoy it. sign for Furry Creek. We got another fellow rider here. And we're going down the hill into Furry Creek. And I want to do a quick shout out to Stefan from Stefan's Garage and Developer Suspension. Let me tell you guys, ever since I put in, or Stefan put in, Developers last October, going on a road like this with all the corners and the beautiful curves and everything, this bike is solid. There's no more diving. There's no more wiggling in the corners. The bike is absolutely solid. Like I said, the best upgrade I definitely did to my bike. And with that said, check it out. Check it out here, guys. Beautiful British Columbia. And Shelly is just catching up to me again too behind here. Right at the same time as we're rolling into Furry Creek. See you down the road, guys. There she is. She is definitely keeping up here. We had a little bit of traffic ahead. This road, I know this road in and out because, like I said, I used to come up here every day when Squamish was my territory. So I can go on this road pretty good, almost with my eyes closed. But it's been a while, but in the same time, it's nice to come back up here. And again, I just want to show you guys this view here, because I don't know if the camera on my helmet is actually picking this up. But this is what we're looking at as a view. So I'm just getting ready because I know there's an underpassing lane coming. So like I said, I know this road pretty well. I know where the passing lanes are. I know where you have to slow down. Big benefit. But the scenery to going through here, it's just one of those great roads. So back in Lions Bay, and surprisingly enough, all the cars are pulling actually over and letting us pass doing the corners here. And we got some off-road bikes here as well. Looks like those guys went on a nice little tour. And looks like those guys on their communication as well. So anyhow, like I said earlier on, up here is the Lions Bay Cafe. It's a really nice place to stop on the way up and have a nice view out to the inlet here. And as you guys can see here, we're coming to the end of Lions Bay. Camera here so you guys can see this. So this is the view. Just following the highway here. And there is a sign, 9 clicks, then the road will go down. I don't think my camera on the helmet will pick it up, but you can see the road, how it goes actually almost down to the water, versus the new road that goes up. Like up there, you can see the new road already. Give you guys a view of the front here as well. The islands out there in the inlet, and the mountains and everything. And we still got some bikes going up. We're probably just heading up to Squamish for a bite to eat, and then we'll make their way back down to Howe Bay. And I don't know if you guys saw, but the traffic is coming out there. It's basically the traffic from the ferry. So they're a ferry dock. I guess we just missed it, actually, the ferry coming into Horseshoe Bay. This camera, unfortunately, the battery died, so hopefully this is still going on here. We are basically in West Vancouver now, and we're probably another 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes away from North Vancouver, where we're gonna meet up with Sylvan. Pulling into North Vancouver, passing those two fellows, we're gonna turn off here, go up to Westview. Shelly is right beside me, right there. And we'll take this exit here. And then we should meet Sylvan somewhere in this mall right here. So hopefully he's already here. If not, we'll wait for him, which gives me a chance to change the batteries. That was pretty fast. Oh, there is Mr. Sylvan. So here we are, Shelly right here, and we met up Sylvan at the Two Lions Dentistry. This used to be a pub, now it's becoming a dentistry, but this is Westview Village. Let me just show you guys the bikes. So we're just crossing the Iron Workers Bridge here from North Van into Vancouver, and the traffic, of course, it's always backed up here. There you see downtown Vancouver and the port of Vancouver as well. So here's more actually the cargo terminal, and further on by Vancouver Canada Place there, that's where the cruise ship terminal is. But yeah, this is the Iron Workers Bridge here, connecting the North Shore with Vancouver, and the second bridge that we actually have is the Lionsgate Bridge that brings you right into downtown to Stanley Park and then downtown Vancouver. And that's only two ways you can come in from the North Shore into Vancouver. Keep on watching, guys. Like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Here we are. Sylvan is behind me. Shelly went home. We just stopped at the sushi place in Burnaby here, had some sushi. Kind of like dinner, I guess, because otherwise it's gonna get late if we go riding. So Shelly went home. We're gonna go for an evening ride. We're just heading down Barnett Highway, or coming into Barnett Highway. If you would turn right here, it would bring you up to Simon Fraser University, one of our two universities, big universities we have. It's basically Simon Fraser or UBC. So we are here in Mission, and as I've told you guys, there's a second diner that we have, and it's actually right here, and it calls Rockhouse Diner. It's another diner. It's open 24/7. And some people may recognize that building, because that's where Riverdale was filmed. So if you guys are watching Riverdale, that's the diner you seen right there. So if you actually go into that diner, you see a lot of the memorabilia up there as well from Riverdale. Just like I said, with that other diner, the Hilltop, in one of my last videos. Very popular, 24/7. You go in there, it's just, legally speaking, out of a movie. And the food is actually really good there. We stopped there a few times as well. But anyhow, like I promised, I bring you down the diner. Rock House right there in Mission, downtown Mission pretty much. So we try to stop here at this Captain's Pub or whatever, but apparently they closed. So I'm gonna close off the video here. It's starting to get slowly dark, and we're just gonna ride back slowly. But anyhow, thanks for coming to ride, guys. Catch you on the next one.